part of the reason that I am bullish on Bitcoin, okay? And you guys have done a lot of content on Bitcoin. I don't follow other ones. Look, I do know about them, Ethereums and Dogecoins and some altcoins and whatever. But to me, Bitcoin is the only one that I need to follow because pretty much everything moves off of Bitcoin. Yeah, there are some meme coins that go up and down, but I have enough to do. I don't need to follow any of that stuff. But so most of you know, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I've been bullish on Bitcoin for a while. Well, I've owned Bitcoin for 6 years now, 6.5 years. I've not added to my Bitcoin position in 6 years. But this year, I started dollar cost averaging, literally at 95,000. I'm doing $100 a week, dollar cost averaging up actually, like Michael Saylor is doing. But what has happened with my Bitcoin position is that initially when I bought it, there was a lot of risk. So I only put like 3% of my net worth into Bitcoin. I go, if I lose it all, it's gone. It's fine. If the government shuts it down, fine. Well, that's all that threat over the last year actually has been nullified. We have BlackRock in there. We have Fidelity in there. We have talk about nations getting in there. We have, we know what MicroStrategy is doing. I've done enough talk about MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor, so you can go check those videos out. No need to extend that. But Bitcoin is the only fine asset. That's why I like Bitcoin. The other thing I like Bitcoin is, I'm not looking at it as a true inflation hedge, but is it digital gold, digital currency? A lot of people say, Serge, what good is Bitcoin? You can go buy a cup of coffee at Starbucks with Bitcoin. I'm like, that was not what it's intended to do. Maybe there will be some products coming along, which I believe there will. There will be some, mortgage-backed securities, created through Bitcoin. There is a lot going to happen in 2025, I believe, with a very friendly crypto administration, obviously. And obviously, there is talk that the U.S. Government is going to create a treasury asset out of Bitcoin. I don't know. Those are all rumors and threats. So where do I see Bitcoin going? This is my prediction for 2025. Well, if you've been watching me long enough, going back to, I don't know, 6 months, 5-6 months, for 6 months, 7 months, Bitcoin went sideways. Well, not sideways, we're in a trading range, right? Between 52,000 and 68, 70,000 after it had the initial move from 40 to 75,000, right? And okay, well, according to Kalshi is the betting site that people bet on. How high will Bitcoin get in 2025? Prediction markets see base case of Bitcoin hitting 137,000 in 2025. This implies another 41% upside from current levels and would put Bitcoin nearly 100,000 higher than where it was January 2023. Okay, so I have my opinions about this. So a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's going to go to million. It's going to go to 10 million." I'm like, look, I can't make that stuff. I can't, with a straight face, say it's going to a million. Ultimately, in 10 years, maybe longer. Is it? Yeah, because there is only 21 million. It's a supply demand thing. What happens to a finite asset when everybody's, unless they can make more Bitcoin, which I've done videos about that as well, I think it's going to be higher. Yes, it is. One other thing that I'm seeing about Bitcoin lately is that the volatility is coming out of it. We're seeing this wild moves, right? 10,000 to 60,000, back to 10,000. That's not going to happen anymore. Because I think it kind of was proven after the halving that we have last April. It literally went in a trading range sideways for 7 months, and then it broke out. So I'm a technical kind of guy. I looked at fundamentals, obviously, on stocks, but on Bitcoin, I'm just looking at pure technicals, okay? So we went from 40,000 to 75,000, went sideways for 6-7 months, and then broke out. That may have something to do with Michael Saylor buying hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin, obviously. I don't want to talk about that in this segment. And then we cracked 100,000, went to 107, pulled back to 92, gave 92,000 a couple of shots. I believe that we're back in a higher level of trading range now, between 92 and 105, 110, let's say. And that's what we're going to do. But that's less volatility than we had in the past, right? We didn't go up 5-fold, go down 50,000, all that stuff. So I think with the stronger hands coming in, with the public coming in with these ETFs, and with the finite asset that we're dealing with, volatility is getting sucked out of it. That's why Michael Saylor created his infinite money glitch. With MicroStrategy, he added volatility that way. Again, it's reasonably volatile, but then when Bitcoin went from 107 to 95, people like writing articles, oh, Bitcoin is crashing. Like, it's a 10% correction. NVIDIA and Apple have 10% corrections. I'm not sure why Bitcoin should be any different. But anyway, so my prediction is this. I think we're going to go sideways for at least a couple of months here, if not longer. Digest the gains that we had from 70,000-ish, 68 to 107, which was a big jump, right? I think we're just going to go sideways, which is fine with me. You know, it will help my DCA actually, the $100 a week that I'm adding, because to be perfectly honest, with the appreciation, it is close to 12% of my net worth now, and I'm never going to sell it. Bitcoin, I'm not going to trade it. I'm never going to sell it. Period. I'm not one of those hodlers, YOLOers, or whatever. Bitcoin is not to be traded. You just buy it, put it in your cold storage, and move on. And so my prediction, go sideways for at least a couple more months here in a trading range, let's say 92 to 105, 104, 107, whatever, and then have the next leg up. And the next leg is going to come with a catalyst. What is that catalyst? Is it going to be the U.S. announcing they're putting Bitcoin as a treasury asset, like Michael Saylor has done? Because a lot of companies like Marathon and Ride Blockchain, and they're all doing the same thing. A lot of companies, a lot of public and companies are duplicating what Michael Saylor is doing, right? Issuing debt, issuing stock, and buying Bitcoin. Well, these are strong hands, right? I mean, weak hands are getting eliminated. So more sideways action. Next catalyst comes. I see Bitcoin going to 150,000 by the end of 2025. It may not end there, but I see it getting there.